Hey, what it is, guys? It's your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the drama like prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping, because you got to hold your breath for justice to see justice before all face tooth blake. It's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, guys, I'm coming through September the 18th, 2025. I arrived to work. I got about 10 minutes before I have to run like jail to clock in. But I just wanted to finally finish up that story time. I got part 1 and 2. Whenever I get the chance, I can link it in the description. If not, just scroll a little bit from this video. I promise you it's right there. I just recorded it. Anyways, hold on. Let me get that beeping from going on. But yes, I was telling you the most happened the other day. And it was like, oh my goodness, I cannot take this. So I was at Disney the day before. My phone, this is just recapping quickly if I can. My phone had said, my employer had texted me and asked me to come in early tomorrow, which was the next day. And I said, I looked at it and said I wanted to think about it. But my phone texts back with the automatic reply, yes, why? And I'm like, it answered for me. So then I'm like, maybe it was meant, maybe I need to go to work early, get a little extra, you know. But actually, it wasn't extra money because I get off early if I go early. So I'm like, yeah, I could get some little stuff done. Let me go ahead and go early. So now, because when we came from Disney, I was tired as a dog. I thought I had everything out the car. Because I borrowed my dad's car, his truck, so that we all could fit in the car to go. And I thought I had everything, but I didn't. And it was so dark and I was so tired that I had grabbed my backpack, and thought I was good. Now, I did not know that when we stopped at the gas station or whatever, and we got food and stuff like that, I had my wallet out and I left it in the door of the car, because I usually do that in my own car and then I take it out when I get out. But I did not realize I did that in his car, and I left the wallet in the car. This is what started everything, because the day before my daughter was saying, yeah, now that you said you're going early, watch you be late, and I'm like, girl, please just stop saying that. But the enemy always attacks me in that manner, so I was trying to be vigilant to not be late. I had, after Disney, a friend out of town, stayed at her house, didn't get home till about 1 a.m. and I'm like, I'm totally screwed now, but I'll get up. God got me. So what ended up happening was I didn't hear none of my alarms, and I got up in just enough time to barely get a shower. Any more sleep, I wouldn't even had time to get a shower. And I started to take my shower the night before and just sleep in my uniform so that I could just wake up and go to work, right? Because it's always time for work. And you try to live around work, right? So then I'm like, okay, well, let me, calm down, got my shower, and then I'm ready to run out the door. I got just enough time. I had nothing to eat. So, and then I'm diabetic. I did not have the time to even check my sugar, but I know I can't go eating. So I'm going by what my sugar usually is in the morning. I had a tiny old wing, and then I had a little half a biscuit. Looked like my grandson had the other half the day before. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and, sorry for the noise, because I got to look at this time. Probably don't have much time left. So, I'm like, I'm just gonna have to grab that, and I'll just wait until lunchtime comes, and I'll be good once lunch comes. Come on now. I'll be good once lunch comes. So, I can't find my badge to clock in. When you don't have your badge, it is so hard to get first through the toll plaza, and then to get through the the actual security. So I'm like, oh, I ain't even gonna worry about it. I mean, I looked for a minute and I was like, watch my dad's car be gone. Because I know I left it in his car. Watch it be gone. Watch it be gone. I go outside to the car, and guess what? That is the one car that's gone. He has another car. He could have just drove the other car. But of course, because I need my wallet, that's the one that's gone. So he has my wallet. So I'm calling him. I got a new phone. I actually couldn't even find his number quick enough. So I'm like, you know what, Keita, just calm down. Just go. It's going to take you extra. Just get through the security. Just get through the toll booth. And I did. I don't know how I got there. I caught all green lights, got there early enough. Even at security, I thought it was going to be like, it was going to be a minute, but I actually did get through in enough time to still get there on time, because I did not want to I don't like telling them I'll come early, because once they change your shift and then you be late, you get pointed when you weren't even gonna be late. And I'm thinking to myself, that I had my extra hour, I knew I didn't want to come early. I could have tried to get in touch, had the right time to try to get in touch with my dad, at least eat before I left, and nothing. I just had to pick up and run and go. So I'm like, really? Okay, but now I got into my location. I was able to get on the register. I was able to do it's a QR code thing that we could do to clock in, but it's only for if emergency, when you don't have your badge. So I'm like, I'm good. I'll just, calm down. I pace the flow. I clean up, and then I sweep and all of that stuff. But we were shorthanded that day, and I just pray while I'm sweeping and stuff, and counting my blessings and asking, so I enjoy that part, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get through to lunch. This was the one day my contact don't always hurt me, but this the one day I have the one eye, and it only works with that one contact. Okay, so I have my old prescription and my new prescription, and I don't know which is which. All I know is that when I put it in my eye, it hurts. So I'm like, that must not be the right prescription, because the night before I was so tired that I just threw my contact into a case, and I didn't know it was the same case, that one of the contact was the old and one was the new, and I didn't know which was which. So I'm constantly going back and forth changing. I'm like, no, this one hurts. This got to be the old one. Then I'm like, no, this one hurts. This has to be an old one. So I'm steady changing my contact. I pulled out the mirror from the back off the fridge they have and just brought it by the register, because my eye just kept hurting. I'm like, literally, today is the day I need my eyes, because I can just literally just take my contact out, soak it, and just I can see good enough to try to bust the tables, and I gotta try to not run into guests and stuff like that. But I can see their shadow and their shape to kind of see that that's a human. I need to veer over some and stuff. So I'm like, I'm just gonna fly under the radar. But no, this was the day they really, really, really needed me, because they have nobody else. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's why they asked me to come in early. So I'm on different positions that I definitely do need my eyesight, and my contact is hurting me so bad. That was the first thing. That never happens, but it was just strategically because of this situation. So then the second thing, and my carpal tunnel was hurting, which is still hurting. My right hand has been ringing. The shoulder pain is gone that I've been telling you guys about. So this also is a testament to how all these conflicting disabilities and still trying to work, they really just bother you. So I'm on the register, but the register hurts my carpal tunnel. So they try to keep me off the register, but they can't keep me off because there's nobody else to put on. I'm like, okay, this, just as long as I can get to lunch, because now my stomach's growling. I find out, I order my lunch, and they're like, I have to scan your badge so you can get the discount. And I'm like, I don't have my badge. That's why I told y'all I couldn't get through the gate. And there's like, oh, you don't have your badge? Well, we can't do the discount without the badge. Previously, they used to be able to type in your number, and then you can still get your meal. You get at least a free meal if you keep it under a certain amount. The overage you have to pay. So I'm banking on that. I can still pretty much eat. And they're like, no, you can't do it anymore. So I'm like, just show me, just show me. So she types it in and it won't go through. I'm like, great. I'm checking my backpack. I usually keep a bunch of change. I have no change because I had them recently gave it to my daughter. I have nothing but pennies. I can't afford to buy not one item that is in the restaurant, and I don't have my wallet because the whole wallet, so I can't even buy my food today. So I'm like, are you kidding me? I literally cannot eat. And I already didn't eat much for breakfast. And what I realized, that I thought that when you don't eat, your sugars stay low. For me, I don't know why, but when I don't eat, my sugars can run high, because then your body goes into some type of thing. I don't know. I got to tell you what it is when I remember. But your sugars can run high because you don't eat. So I'm just studying. I'm like sad because I'm like, I really wanted to eat. I'm hungry now. And now I got to go to 4 p.m. not eating. So I just kept checking my sugar, and I'm like, just hoping my sugar does not get too low or too high. And I got me a glass of water. I had my flavor drop, so I dropped me some flavor in my water. And that is what I have for lunch. And I'm studying, trying to get in touch with my daughter. Did my dad come back? No, he's been gone all day. He never came back. And then I'm like, well, as soon as he come back, because she said that you could take a picture of it, and then you could still, of the badge, and you could still get your meal, like if they can scan it. And then another girl's like, no, you can't do that. By the way, this is, I think, 2 days later that I'm finishing this picture, because it'll brutally shut off there, and then I had to run to work. But it did end up in perfect timing, because had I kept recording, I would have been late that day. But so she's like, no, you can't. So at that point, I was like, I'm just going to stop trying to get in touch with my daughter. At first, that's what I was hoping for my dad to come home. She'd take a picture, send it to me. I scan, and then I can eat lunch. That didn't happen. So it was about 2:30ish. Now, just to back up a little bit, remember I was stuck on the register. My carpal tunnel has been flared up. Don't know what's really aggravating it. All I can think now is just my body or my spine is out of alignment, or I'm nearing bone on bone, because I was very close to bone on bone and I have very little left. But we're going to pray to God that that is not Jesus. Please don't let that be the case, And he can heal me. He has healed me so many other times. Those are different testimonies. But the girl that was scheduled to come in, it was just me and another person. And what ends up happening, y'all know what I went through. I was telling you about Set Apart to Serve, how she helped me through this whole time. Because I am disabled, I have received girl, I can't even say it. Discrimination from being disabled as well. People are mad at me because I have different work limitations. Though with the limitations I have, they're really very minute. I mean, just don't put me in that position. But then I show out and do circles around them in the other positions I'm in. It's just because they all want to get into the spots where it's less work they have to do, and it's more of a hangout session than being at work, getting a paycheck. You're getting paid to hang out. So the person that came in, there are many people that try me, and what they do is they peep out when guests are coming. They run and try to leave me so that I'm the only person that can get on the register, knowing that I can't maintain the register because I have the disabilities. But this has went on since I've been in this location. I want to say since 2021. It really subsided a lot because last year I had to turn in up-to-date paperwork. But there are still some that try it. And that person, that individual, when I seen their name, I already knew they are ones that will not do the register. Though their name is there, their name will be present on the register, but I will be the one running the register. So I'm like, this is my alleviation, because I was thinking, okay, I can do the register until the person that is actually assigned to the register comes in. But when I seen that person's name, I'm like, Of course it would be that person today. So aggravating. So end up, they came in, and of course they never touched the register. They ran straight in the back and tried to avoid ever coming out. It was so crazy. But then the other person kind of took over because I told them, look, and that person actually is another one that tries to do the same thing. But now they can't really do it because their responsibilities have heightened, so they can't really do what they used to do. So I'm like, look, I can't do the register. I have disabilities to where I cannot maintain and stay on this register. She's like, oh, okay. So she takes over the register, right? So that's how that morning was with the contact. I can't keep my contact in to see. My hands hurting. It was crazy. And then now I can't eat. So it was just the most happening. So then I was like, I'll just go to break anyway and just sit down. And I'm like, I guess it's only 2 more hours. I can make it. There's not even crackers or nothing you can munch on. Because I remember my last location, they had these little tiny crackers. I would grab a handful and run in the bag. But there's literally nothing that you can grab to eat when you're starving. So I checked my sugar to make sure it hasn't dropped or hasn't risen. And I went on and went to lunch. So sat down, watched my little content creators, praying, also just asking the Lord to strengthen me, because I know this is really, like Wisdom Speaks Truth. This is warfare. This is how warfare really looks in my life. It is the most happening. It's not something I did to warrant it. It is just everything at once coming at me. And, that's how it was. So I only have a few more minutes because it's time to run again. Though it's the next couple days later, I still have to run into work soon. So I get through work. Oh, no, I come back from my 15, and then the fill-in manager is like, oh, the next person want to go to lunch. Everybody is like talking more about their lunch than ever. Oh, I don't know what I should have today. Oh, maybe I'll eat this. This sounds so good. And I'm like, I literally didn't even eat nothing. And their study just talking about food in front of me. And then the next person, like both of them, I don't know. And then one girl ordered, and she didn't really want nothing, so she got the smallest thing. She just got a little side item. I'm like, she totally could have got a sandwich and given me half or something. Everybody, it just did not spark anything in them that I didn't get to eat. And I study saying I can't eat. I don't have a wallet. It's like it just did not faze nobody. But had I heard somebody in that same position, I would have been like, well, I would have bought them something. If I had a couple of dollars, can I buy you a side item? Or, the little BK that's there, you could buy a full meal for $6-7. I would have bought them a meal, or I would have offered them at least half of my food or whatever. Like, I literally wouldn't have had nobody around me hungry. But it clearly did not bother them whatsoever. It was like going in this ear and out that ear that I didn't eat. Never once would they think, how would they feel had they not ate? And then if they were diabetic as well, it could be life-threatening to me. Could be, depending on, how things went. So I finally get through my shift. The nighttime people come in. And then it died down to the point where we no longer have to do this teamwork thing, which I cannot stand, because the team means me holding everybody up and the other parts of the team letting you down. That's how teamwork usually works for me. Whether it's family, whether it's co-workers, it's usually me holding the team together and others just dropping the ball, and I'm picking up the ball and trying to dribble my ball too. Like, it's literally all of that. So, 2 minutes to finish. Okay. So, finally, the next crew comes in, and they all come in at the same time. And that's when the fill-in manager is like, oh, I know it's not time for you to go yet. And I'm like, yeah, I gotta get out of here. Oh, come on, you want to stay long? I'm like, I didn't even eat today. And he's like, well, why didn't you eat? And I'm like, I mentioned it, I don't have my wallet, I cannot get my meal, I have no money either. It's like, oh man. And then as I'm going home, everybody, even the other girl that was going on and on about her lunch, what should she eat, this and that, and she was the one that told me that I can't even scan my badge if I had a picture of it. She's like, oh, why didn't you say something? I would have gave you something to eat. I'm like, literally, what did I need to do? Type a whole essay about it, make a public announcement? Like, everybody then wanted to help me. Once it was, I'm off the clock now, I can go home. So as I'm going home, I'm praying that, my wallet is where it's supposed to be. And when I get home, my daughter's like, I sent you the picture of it around 2 o'clock, around my lunchtime. Oh, the message didn't go through. I'm like, all of this, this was too much. So, yeah, that's how it went. I went home. I was aggravated, but I had to cool down. I went and worked on the endless to-do list and got some of that knocked off. And I don't know, it just solidifies and lets you know that God will get you through, even though the enemy is attacking you on every freaking side, even through the little things. All right, guys, time for me to get out of here. It's your girl Cadillac.